Welcome to Mr. Hukun, President ZTE Western Europe and CEO of ZTE Italy. We are here to listen to what Mr. Kuhn has to say about 5G, especially thinking about the live conference that ZTE organized for December 10th, starting from 15 p.m. with a lot of stakeholders, between them also former Prime Minister Massimo D'Alema. Mr. Hukun, let me ask you, what is ZTE position about 5G, and thinking about the weird situation that we have in the EU, and how is ZTE positioned in our country, Italy? Please, Mr. Kuhn.
Thanks, Paolo, for the question. Indeed, ZTE in Italy, in the telecom industry, as the industry player, we position ourselves as the enabler for all the other digital technologies, like artificial intelligence, like the big data. And also, we are the very active promoter and the contributor for the 5G ecosystem in this country and in this industry. And as the Italian company, ZTE Italia, we also position ourselves to become a respectful enterprise in this company. That's why we launched a lot of initiative about transparency, about the openness, and also about the social responsibility projects. So today, in the Italian markets, we are work very actively in all the telecom technologies related to the network infrastructure, also including the devices, which include the end-to-end solution. We work very actively and we made a lot of things.
Please, Mr. Kuhn, can you name some of your customers in Italy? You work with all the main operators, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. We are working with all of the major telecom operators in Italy.
Can you describe a little bit what you do in the cybersecurity lab in Rome? This is a new initiative that you launched a few months ago.
Yeah, indeed. Last May 2019, we inaugurated this cybersecurity lab. I think it's the first security lab in the industry in Italy, and also for ZTE, is the first lab in Europe for us. And this initiative started by ZTE ourselves before any government requirements. So the intention is through this initiative to provide an open platform for all the stakeholders to perform the activities related to the 5G security matters. So currently, we have a very nice half-floor building in our Rome headquarters building, and we have also already 5 engineers working on that, and also we are continuing to hire more technicians to perform any planned activities in the cybersecurity lab. And also another important point to mention is we closed a few months ago an important agreement with CNIT, with CNIT, to become the independent supervision committee of the lab in order to direct the activities of the lab and guarantee the independence of the lab. And also we are performing to establish a very nice equipment room inside the same building in order to stimulate the same environment for the network, ZTE network running in Italy, in order to perform some security scan by myself, in order to share with our customers and with the regulators.
Mr. Kuhn, you recently announced a a 1 billion investment plan for the Italian market for the next 5 years. And you just mentioned the fact you're going to get more people working for ZTE in Italy. Can you give us some hint of your plan? What are you doing in the next 5 years in Italy?
Yeah, definitely. I think this announcement is clearly demonstrates ZTE interest and ZTE motivation to continue to work in Italy. And also, thanks to the last 5 years, indeed, we called it the phase 1 from 2015. I announced 500 million investment in Italy, which we completed. So now we are planning like phase 2, okay, which we are going to double the investment in the country. Okay. So we are going to continue the active work in the network infrastructure and the devices business in this country. And also we are going to enter more actively in the smartphone business, okay, and also the IoT stuff. So all these movements which make these new targets feasible, and the most important, okay, I expect the Italian environments welcoming the foreigner investor, we're going to kept and will be continued.
Mr. Kuhn, how is the relationship between ZTE Italy and the Italian authorities at the moment? And maybe you want that it will change this relationship, or what do you think about that?
Indeed, I perceive the relationship between ZTE and the Italian authority are going well. Okay. The only expectation I have is to continue and make it even better. Okay. Because ZTE, we choose the very collaborative approach with the Italian government. We are going to position ourselves as the open and the transparent company, and also a very responsible company in this country. So this is the way we defined as the company strategy, and we're going to continue. So the only expectation I have is to do better and better.
That's why you are organizing this live conference on December the 10th. Which are your expectations from this conference? There is a very nice agenda with the people from stakeholders from the political side, from technician side, and from investment side. What's your expectation?
Indeed, I think the protagonists of these events are not ZTE. Okay, they are the different stakeholders we invited and engaged. In fact, through these events, ZTE, we want to show to the different voices, okay, different opinions from the different stakeholders for the Italian audience, in order to bring the very rational, let's say, rational thoughts. Okay, we want to avoid just to have the blah blah discussion on the Skype.
Okay.
Consequence, okay, more relevant, specific discussion. Okay.
We agree with you, Mr. Kuhn. No blah blah. And what we would like also to know is from a geopolitical point of view, because 5G has become a geopolitical issue. What do you think about the fact that in the US we will have a new president with a new administration, with President-elected Biden? Do you think that the relationship between US and Chinese companies could get better than before? What do you think about that?
Indeed, everybody is waiting and see. Okay? But from my point of view, until today, the globalization and the global collaboration is the trend. Okay? And everybody understands the global collaboration between the countries, between the industries, also between the companies inside each industry. We're going to provide the benefits to every participant and maximize the efficiency of the production, okay, in all the industry. So this trend, I think, is irreversible. Okay? No way to go back. So every rational government and every rational people, I think they should recognize this. Okay. So regarding this new future, let's say, what I expect is the collaborative competition will be more possible, let's say, because competition is also important for all the industry. But how to compete in a more fair and open way, we're going to benefit also the relevant stakeholders. So what I expect is with no matter who will be, how the new US administration will going to behave. But this collaborative competition is something that we really welcome and expect.
In the EU as well, of course, in the European Union. And finally, Mr. Kuhn, what do you think about 5G? Do you think there is too much hype around this technology, that we expect too much from this technology, or do you think there is really a huge economical potential for the market in the future? What do you think about that?
I think any new revolution technology, when the technology become popular, there's always these hypes. Okay, there's a good positive point and negative point of view. Okay. From the positive point of view, I believe this kind of a discussion is very important to educate the people, the normal people, the community, to understand what means 5G, what 5G means for the other industry. Okay. So after a long time of discussion in the past few years, I think this consensus already reached. Okay. 5G is really important to enable, to empower the traditional industries, and also going to enlarge the economic growth from the traditional industries. Okay. I think this kind of hypes, if you call it hypes, is a positive part, which I believe is true and is important. Also, the negative hypes is about like security, about the damage to the health. Okay. Some of them are fake. Some of them they are not really relevant. So
fake news.
In this point of view, I think the very important thing is to have the scientific approach. Okay. So that's why it's also important to bring this open discussion to make the people really understand what that means. Okay, we are not afraid to bring the negative voice or positive voice. The important is to tell the truth, put everything on the table. Okay,
Mr. Kuhn, thank you very much for this speech, and we're going to talk about that with many stakeholders on December 10th at this live conference organized by ZTE. And thank you very much, and see you soon. And really, thank you very much, Mr. Kuhn.
Thank you, Paolo. I look forward to see you in a few days.
Look forward to see.
Take care. Bye-bye.
See. Bye-bye.